Vegas. He traveled so far he could have wound up in Pennsylvania.
I'm telling you, the refs stink. All night. They stink.
Who knew the Chase boys were such Knicks fans? I think they heard you all the way back at the Garden.
Actually, my dad here was rooting for Boston.
Keep that quiet. Charlie's his home team bar.
Well, I don't mean to interrupt your post-game wrap-up, but can I steal your dad for a few minutes?
Please, take them.
Is this about the rehearsal dinner?
That's none of your beeswax.
Okay, why are you watching Dad so close?
I'm not.
You were sneaking looks at him the whole game. What's going on, Finn?
Okay, look. I think Dad might be worse off than he's been telling us.
The rehearsal dinner used to be referred to as the groom's dinner, so I just want to make sure my future son-in-law is well taken care of.
Sounds like you're going all out. Be careful. You might undo a lifetime of his mother and I trying not to spoil Harrison.
Oh, a little spoiling never hurt anyone. Besides, I'm taking full advantage of this. It's been a while since I've lived this close to Brooklyn. You never know how much time you get to spend together as a family.
You can say that again.
So after Spencer's funeral, he had trouble breathing. And that wasn't the first time he had an incident. The other times with Tracy, and it's got me wondering about what's been happening when he's alone, or what could happen. What if he falls down? What if he needs an ambulance?
Okay, yes, all that is very concerning, but it hasn't happened yet. I mean, he's been lucky so far.
I've been wondering if maybe it's time for Dad to stop living on his own.
How exactly do you propose to do that?
That's where you come in. Hello, Brooklyn. I am going to do Olivia a favor by not telling you exactly what I think of you in the middle of a restaurant she co-owns.
I have to take this, but we can discuss terminating our current agreement when I get back.
You don't seem to be enjoying your dinner, companion. Yeah, it's really hard to enjoy dinner when it could cost me $2.1 million annual. Ouch.
To be fair,
Nina,
Bryson, how are you? What's going on?
it's a complete waste of time. Crimson without you, unthinkable.
Well, that explains it.
I'm happy that Brooklyn found her independence. But to be honest, that's not how she grew up. You know, in our house, family was a generational thing, right? I mean, she grew up with her grandparents, just like I did. With her aunt, her uncle, her two cousins living 2 doors down. It's what we call the Bensonhurst Brigade.
I'm familiar with the term. And there's a lot to be said for that. But I'm curious, when you were growing up, did that ever feel intrusive?
Oh, waiting for the bathroom was like waiting online for the cyclone at Coney Island. And there were eyes on you at all times. I mean, they were loving eyes, but they were there to keep you honest. But hey, family is family, right? And looking back, I gotta say, I'm so glad that I got to know my parents and my grandparents as well as I did. I mean, Violet must really appreciate you living so close by.